Every organization is unique. These differences place pressures on the relative labor demand and supply, as well as the tactics they use to cope with surpluses and shortages. Let's take a look at organizational characteristics and workforce planning. In particular, a company's size and stage of development will affect the relative impact of labor shortages and surpluses, as well as who will carry out the company's workforce planning activities. In particularly small companies, the relative impact of labor shortages or surpluses is likely to be greater than in larger organizations. Your responsibility for carrying out workforce planning activities will vary depending on the size and stage of development of your company. Larger companies are likely to have greater resources, support staff, and perhaps a formal HR department to devote to these activities. Companies such as these are also likely to be in a better position to invest in technology that helps them track labor force trends and labor supply throughout their organization. In smaller companies, however, workforce planning activities often fall directly on the managers responsible for supervising the employees who need to be hired. As a manager in a firm such as this, you will have to keep track of the movement of people throughout your unit, the availability of replacement employees to fill open positions, and the viability of using outsourcing or contingent labor if it's needed. A company's corporate culture affects the different tactics firms use to deal with labor shortages and surpluses, as well as how their employees will react to those tactics. These various tactics for dealing with labor shortages or surpluses vary in terms of how fast they'll address the problem, as well as the degree of stress and overload that employees feel during the process. Some companies have cultural values that prevent them from fully pursuing a particular course of action. Any discrepancy between the corporate culture of a firm and the workforce planning tactics its managers use is likely to result in a negative reaction by the company's employees. If the choice you make is inconsistent with the company's cultural values, your choice may lead to lower employee morale and commitment.